Welcome back, everybody. We're going to be doing the 2 Chivalrous Heroes mission here. Slight apology, just in terms of like smoothness. This character is going to be slightly higher level. I needed to find something out. Technically, we've already finished the mission once, but you kind of restart the missions anyways. Basically, on our way into the very beginning of the mission here, there is an item that I wanted to see how we get to farm it, and it is about here-ish. Just around here, there's going to be a tiger seal. I'm going to show you guys what I mean in a second, because I'm going to show you that I can reset this. But this only seems to work once you have finished the mission, or at least that seems to be how it works in the demo. So obviously we're starting the level again. We're going to head on through. And then, as I said before, we get the item here. This specifically is the tiger seal, and this is a co-op item, so if you want to play multiplayer, it is now available, which is why the game is giving it to us. I don't know if this is going to be the case when the game launches. Obviously, I'm going to start a new character and redo these first 2 missions to make sure that we haven't missed anything at launch. Probably do that as a stream or something. But this means 2 things. You can't farm that specific item there until you've actually finished the mission. If you want more of them, they drop kind of rarely from the rest of the enemies here, or you'll have to complete co-op with other people, so you'll have to get summoned in. But it also does mean that any mission that you have completed, you can now farm for the chests and the items. So if you want to go back to the previous place, it hasn't really got very good stuff in the first level, but if you wanted to go back there and redo all of the chests, you just kind of go onto your new standard thing here, and we can travel back to the first mission, and we can go ahead and we can farm that if we wish to. Just feel like that's something cool to point out. Kind of like a feature, and I guess because this is going to be a walkthrough series, it'd be silly of me not to include it. Either way, once you've interacted with that, you're going to come over this way. We're going to have 3 enemies, so we're going to go ahead and deal with them. I don't know whether or not you guys want full combat in here or not. Probably should have asked in the first video. Do you guys want to see me fight, or do you want to just see where the enemies are, and then we can cut to the end of this? That way the video would be quicker. That would look less silly. So when you've dealt with these guys, these are all gonna come charging out. You'll have a cutscene, and after that you're gonna have Xiao Yun.
I lead the forces of General Gongsun. My name is Zhao Yun.
So this guy now will accompany you anywhere. So we could in fact go back to the first mission, and we can actually take him along for the first mission if we wish to. Believe it or not, what's his name? Shang Liang had kid gloves on before. You'll find that he's a little bit harder to stun if you go back and reface him. So if you want to go and farm his armor set, which he will have dropped, then you're gonna want to take him along with you. But I would suggest moving forward a little bit more. When we defeat the next boss, we will, in fact, get a spirit summon, so that's going to be useful. Now, where is it? On the way up here. Man, you are really testing our patience. We want to go to the right side. Here we go. I knew it was here somewhere. Yeah, it's been a couple of days. I've slept since the last episode. I'm sorry. Anyways, we're going to come up here. We're going to ambush this guy. Grab the loot, and then we're going to go up for the next checkpoint. Okay, so now we are in a good position. If you wanted to farm morale, okay, we can reset here. You can jump on this guy. Kind of didn't let me have the jump there. You can jump on that guy. You can also jump on the guy that we had to go towards to get up here. And then in addition to that, to clear the other area that's kind of below us, let's go ahead and grab this. I'm sure somebody's like, there's loot! And I agree, there is loot. We can actually go ahead and jump down here. Now, the cool thing is, make sure you target the higher level guy, because we're going to get rid of him first. And that level 2 has killed the player. Oh, man. We need to deal with that. It's going to give us some accoladage. Excuse me, sir. I'll take you down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm yourself. blocking in between parry, in between stuff there. There we go, we've got a tiger seal just dropped. Looks rather nice. I think we got that from... Did we get that from Avenging the Guy? I didn't even notice that we got those for that. There we go. So that's another way that we can get tiger seals. I will make sure I remember that when I do a video on farming them. These have come down here. I suppose we might as well kill the extra guy. So let's see if you give me a tiger seal. That would be good to know. It does. Okay, so that's interesting to know. Good. That is going to be useful to discover. I love it when I find stuff and I'm just kind of moving around and I notice things. It's gonna be this way. We're actually going to get improved capacity in this area. I don't know if we're going to do this whole area in one video. I usually like to give bosses their own video, which would mean basically making this mission into 4 parts, and I don't know how much people would like that. So maybe we'll do first part with the boss, second part with the boss. Maybe. We'll see how much time we're on when we get there. I'm trying not to cut anything out. Obviously, I've been reading comments from my Hogwarts guide videos. People don't seem to like it when I cut out the silent parts and the running around and stuff. So it's difficult, right? Because a lot of people do skip around on the videos and YouTube punishes the video for that. So I am incentivized by YouTube to cut stuff out that I don't think people are going to watch if they're just going to skip over it. So, you know, if I do end up doing stuff like that, it's because that is people's behavior on the video. So let's go ahead and deal with this guy. So I like to come in here and deal with you. Now, I think I'm going to do kind of a basic combat guide in terms of like the initial open on all of these. For some reason, the dual swords have been really nerfed. I feel like the previous demo, the dual swords were like absolutely overpowered to hell. And they seem to have been toned down a little bit in terms of like how quickly they can damage. Probably could have come for this guy later. In fact, the way that we want to go, just to reset a little bit, I know I've got a bit ahead of myself. So from the door, right, the main priority right now really is to get the banner up there. And you can go to the left like we just did, but the best way realistically is to come around to this right hand side because we want to ambush a certain dude. Just gonna be waiting behind some steps. This. Ah, I wasn't fast enough. Both jump backwards, that's funny. Go with this guy. Go with this guy. We go here. Say I'm water style and I'm supposed to be stealthy. These guys see me real easy. Now we can come up onto the roof. Oops. Hopefully you guys are way better at platforming than me. Of course, I'm going to label this 100%. 100% can only ever be 100% of what I know. If I do miss like a piece of loot because I forget it, or you guys, you know, feel like you want to show people, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Obviously, it can only ever help other people out that are watching the video. So we've done all these lower buildings. That's cool. We did all the way up to there. Done this. I'll come over here. Back through where we defeat this guy. Oops. I didn't realize we could get on the roof from there. That's kind of handy actually, because we could take you out. But we want to get a different checkpoint first. So, we come over this way. Onto the right again. I don't think there's loot in here. No, yeah, it's just an empty building. This guy. No, 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 no. This. I believe the bow should have dropped at some point. I haven't been looking at the loot that we've been picking up. Pretty sure the loot should have been on one of those areas that we've just been to. Oh yeah, no, I completely forgot about the archer. Let's go to you. There's just so much stuff here. I may end up reshooting this because this is looking messy. We're gonna go ahead and get the loot from on top of this guy as well. There's loot up here. Oops, excuse me. Come on. There's loot up here, look. I went straight past it. See, this is where people say, I'm gonna comment now, and then I went back and got it. They're gonna go, oh yeah, you did know it was there. But yeah. So next up, then we want to go up onto this building. Oops. Have a choice here. You can either fight the guys down there now, or you can wait a little bit. There's kind of no real need, I suppose. It depends on your stance on when you want to start farming things in the game. So this is categorically more grindy than like a standard Souls game, in my opinion. You're going to be grinding gear and stuff like this. So the idea of like level limits and stuff doesn't apply very much on this kind of game, in my opinion. So we're going to go ahead and grab this, and then we're going to start going back over again, because I really do think... Ooh, it's better to ambush these guys. And much like Nioh, I don't think enemies have much of a leash range. So once they kind of aggro, they're going to chase you all over the place. So try not to get caught if you are running around. Again, make sure you lock on. You can see we've got 2 different levels here. We're going to get rid of the 6. It's just obviously going to be better. It's got to be how little damage we do. It's so little. With a lot of other weapons, you can do the running attack, so a couple of hits, and then go into the spirit attack and have most enemies down by the end of that. It does not allow us to do that with the dual swords for some reason. So you can see we're coming around to the right hand side. Checkpoint. It's just for reference then. I want to make sure that I've been pretty clear about where we are. Oh, he's dropped loot. It's like, oh man. Just shiny. Oh, I did try and pick it up. Let's get this as well. So yeah, just reference, because you just basically come up the right hand side. You just basically stick to the right, all the way up, and that will eventually lead you to this checkpoint, which just means that now we've cleared from our new perspective, the left side, which was the right side, and now we can continue clearing over this way. So let's go ahead and have a rest. I don't really need it, but just out of consistency and everyone doing the same thing, should be good. These, by the way, are different to how they were in Nioh. We can offer it a dragon's cure pot, and that's going to give us a temporary morale level. So let me just show this. If I do this, it's going to put my morale up. But the game is smart enough to know that if we try resting, we could just get that dragon pot back, but it takes that morale point off of us. So I really don't find myself interacting with these very much. Maybe they'll have more features later, but for now, it's really not something that I use. So we're going to come over here because doggy. Right, I don't think there's anything on this. Is there anything on this building? I don't know if there is. Remember. I know there's an archer on that building, which covers the kind of mini-boss guy. We don't really want to be messing with him right now. And that is probably quite useful. I never used that last time. Let's try springing this ambush from behind. So I basically just ran through this mission a few times. I haven't really kind of like... Usually what I do is I'll stream through areas and write down notes and stuff, but because we're going through the demo, I figured we'd just do this kind of more off the cuff, as I like to call it. Get down, sir. Get down. I cannot believe how much effort it takes to kill stuff with these swords. Get down. And we're like double his rank as well. Not even funny. Let me check the scaling, because I must have the scaling wrong. Let me see. Yeah, it is. These are mortal weapons. Interesting. It's just weird. Maybe the balance maybe changes slightly when the game comes. I'm sure there'll be an update of some sort. Right, so that's that done. Done. We went up there. I should probably mention, I don't actually know if it does anything right now. Got an NPC here you can talk to. Obviously, you guys can do that in your own time. You don't need to watch me doing it. Right now, we should have picked up the bow. I can't remember where we got it. Let's have a look. It should show me, because if we go here, I'll have a new bow. Yeah, so we have definitely picked up a bow somewhere, which is good. Which means, now then, let's look at about archery. So you can see, when my reticle goes over him, it goes red. Like the whole thing's red, but the middle is still white. So that will hit him. It's not going to be a good shot. We want to get on his head. Come on, show everybody. Show everybody. It's not going to show, is it? Now, usually when you're aiming at a headshot, the middle reticle will go red. I really want to show it. It's just not allowing me to do it. Oh, yeah. Alright, okay. So now that we've done that, I'm going to come up here. We can get this guy. There we go. So now you can see the reticle goes red. Much more damage. Is he still awake? Yeah, he is. He did not. I think he's dead. Right. So, particularly this guy here. Make sure... Get the headshot on there. It's going to make him considerably easier when he comes over. You can also go ahead and you can jump off, get a jump sack. Why not? Something else I haven't spoken about as well is sending Xiao Yun into combat. So I'm going to do that now, actually. So if we hold RB... Is it RB? Yeah, it is RB. I just didn't see it. I'll show you guys to the guys in a second. If we held RB, I don't know what it's going to be on PC, but this is equivalent to R1 on PlayStation. You can see on the left-hand side, next to Xiao Yun's name, if you press up, we could not only send him in, but he's going to get a temporary buff as well to his damage. So, if we get NPCs that we can use like this for like the duration of the game, which it looks like it's going to be a fairly integral part of the game, that is going to make the game considerably different to how I'm expecting it. And it actually kind of feels more like Code Vein, which I did enjoy. It wasn't perfect, but it is similar. How that must have been Dragon Part. I'm not going for that. And what I didn't get is because I wanted to deal with the fight. And you know what? Now that I think about it, probably could have ambushed and done a jump attack on that big guy. But you know, it's nice to know that we've got multiple ways. We can come across and up this way. He's candy up here. Probably could jump on him. The only downside of that is you're going to aggro everything. But yeah. So it's I love it when you've got multiple approaches for encounters like this. It's real cool. Pretty sure we got everything. I don't know, I feel like maybe there's a chest in one of the buildings, but I don't think there is. Yeah, we went in there. We went in there, that's fine. Yeah, we're good. I think we're good. So we can move on now. There's a bit of a trick just here. We've got another dog just on the other side of this wall here. If we just jump straight over here, it won't detect us. Put ambush on that as well. That's two dogs defanged. So here we're going to have a load of zombies lying on the ground. There's a third one there as well. Highest one is the one that's close to us, which is real good because that means we can just do this. Oops. Didn't get that quite right, did I? I think of me making a rule that I go quiet during fighting. I find that if I'm trying to talk at the same time as fighting, I do real bad. I'm not great anyways, so making it even worse is crazy. Right, so let's get rid of this guy because I just want to show this. So when we walk up there in a second, there's a big log. We're going to go right first because there's a battle standard. When we walk up there in a second, there's a big log, and we can deflect the log, which is crazy. Ouch! Excuse me, sir. That is not how we do things. The excuse me, sir, is going to come back out for this series a lot. Sir, do you mind? Too much. There we go. More morale. Good. There we are. So, there we are. So, the cool thing about this is Fortitude is keeping up with morale, which is kind of nice. So we go up here. Deflect that. It's fine. I don't know if that's like every trap in the game. Seems like they really wanted everybody to deflect the way through basically everything. Okay, and so here we got enemy up there, so we could, in fact, ooh, if you'll just stay still there, sir. Just stay still. Gets us a headshot on there. And then, we have the rock. Oh, he saw me. He was supposed to see me when he was up high. Okay, so a couple of things that we want to do here. And it depends on your own personal preference at this point. We've got multiple things that we can do before the next boss. First things first, if we go back down there, this should be recognizable. This is actually where we had previous checkpoint, so we get a shortcut here all the way up to the top, and then to the left is straight past to the boss. Obviously we could just use the same one that we're using now. I would probably wouldn't advise that one because we could literally go straight in. It's not like we've used loads of healing. Yeah, my health is fine. So it's not even a problem. Or we have this little path right here, which is optional. Technically speaking, you probably have a smoother time with the level if you come and get this big guy from behind. So let me get over here so we can see. So you can see there's a ladder there, right? That means that after we've done this next boss, you could in fact face this guy from the above platform, and then you'll be able to get a stealth attack on him, take a load of his health off real easy. You'll also have high morale because his morale is a bit higher than ours. Or we can take him on now, and then we have this checkpoint that raises our morale rank now, making this upcoming boss easier, and we get loot chests, plus he's going to drop us loot. I like taking him out now. It's up to you guys. I'll show you guys the back way, which will be easier than what we're about to do now, so if we do it now, it should be good. So he's going to pull it down there. Once he goes down there, I like to do... Oh, man, I just missed the platform. I like to go onto the platform with him when he goes down to this bit and then do a jump attack on him. Just gets us a bit of damage. Usually it's the second swing after that. So be careful about trying to get attacks in between his attacks. He does like to have a bit of a break between them sometimes, which can make them a little hard to read. Luckily, he doesn't have like the most outrageous tracking though. He's nearly down. I could just... not really, I can't really do... I was going to say do some icicles at him, but icicles have failed me. They really haven't been the most amazing of spells for me, if I'm honest. Oh, we invented final products. Oh, nice, cool. So yeah, the reason we do that is because he also has help in there, which is why you don't really want to be doing all of this together over there. That's just a bad idea. Recipe for disaster. No less. That's to do with you. You can deflect those fire pots as well. Crazy that feels. I guess they're all considered a part of this combat. That's why that wouldn't open, maybe. I'm sorry, I'm aware I'm talking fast and a little mumbly. I need to stop it. I know I need to enunciate better with my mouth. Heard you all in Elden Ring. I will continue to try and improve. And there we are. That's everything done. And now we have good morale. We have everything we need. Check through your gear. So in my case, I'm obviously playing ice. So I want things that give me better ice or water damage. So I'm going to have a quick check through my gear. Hidden soap, no particularly amazing goodies for me out of those. Just to show you guys kind of what we're rocking in terms of gear wise. I have got a little bit of extra attack, ice attack power. And some extra HP on that one, which is like, that's pretty good for me, to be honest. And we've got some shell accumulation as well. Unfortunately, that still does not make my ice any good. In fact, you know what? When we go for this boss, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use it. And this video has ended up being 22 minutes long. Hopefully that's not like too long for you guys. And you won't mind as we go for this boss. This boss isn't going to take long. And it's not terribly complicated. But somebody might search for it. So, I'm going to end the episode here. This boss is going to be its own thing, and then we'll have a part 2 for the rest of the area, because it's going to be 2 episodes anyways. So, I will catch you guys again soon.